Young Yasko Vinny Conway.
Third Eye Lidz.
Back. In action. Reaction. Lana. Now, we know you sick fucks watch porn. Lana Rhoades. Very, very famous porn star. She's retired now. But as we know, you can never retire from porn. It lasts forever. This video is from her YouTube. So she went from a porn star to a YouTube. At least showing some progression, you know.
It's still fun.
Going to the next phase in life. Problem is there's so much evidence of your last phase.
Yeah.
Lana cries, remembering humiliating things she did. Now, if she's at the stage in her life where she realized, okay, what I was doing is humiliating and I should not be proud of it, I can respect it. But who raised you to think that you should be doing it in the first place?
Yeah, it's a bit too late for doubts now. I mean, it's not like something that you wouldn't be able to notice in the first place.
Yeah.
This is the porn industry.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people like saying, I suppose sex works, whatever. Would you let your daughter be a porn star? Or would you want that for her? Majority of people will say no.
Two different main genres of porn. There's gonzo porn, which is the aggressive porn that you guys are talking about. It's the rough anal sex, it's the choking, and I'll go more into that. And then there's vanilla porn, which is what Olivia is talking about as ethical porn.
What? Did you know about this?
No, vanilla porn.
Just like basically like artsy sex.
I was gonna say, wait, I'm kind of laughing the inside because I've had someone call me vanilla before.
I mean, I love vanilla.
Like, why are you so
like
vanilla?
vanilla.
I'm like, what do you mean?
It makes me kind of hungry, but
You're white as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what they mean.
Kind of like saying mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, vanilla, you know.
I've never even heard of the term gonzo, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So gonzo is the first level of it, I would say, would be it's just like there's no like artistic vision to it. It's just like rough, hardcore sex. And that could be vaginal penetration. The next level of penetration. The next level of is anal penetration in a gonzo style. And then there.
Yo, son. Gnashing the guts.
It even for me sometimes, man, like,
shit.
you know, like when I do watch porn, I can't watch the most aggressive shit. I'm like, who finds enjoyment in this?
Yeah.
I don't find enjoyment in like borderline assaulting a girl when I'm having sex with her. It's not my thing.
Some girls like that.
To a certain point, like I choke a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be, you know, super aggressive, spitting on that and all that weird shit.
Yeah, that.
You know, like, nah, check, that shit is weird.
During my time in porn, I'm not sure what is like the hype right now in porn. It goes through like different phases. But during my short stint in porn, the really extreme acts were what was popular. And that's why, being the #1 performer in the industry at the time, everyone wanted to make money off me. So they pushed me to do these things. And it just gets really extreme. Like saying,
okay, pushed you, stop putting the blame somewhere. The blame is on you. You have to agree to these things.
You have a choice.
You have a choice. So, you know, just chill out on that.
Did you ever go through those experiences where you had to do a scene where it was very aggressive and you just felt like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail. Like, honestly, some of my experiences are really humiliating for me. And I wish that they never happened. There's stuff going on, like people getting pissed on. Men are pissing inside of women's vaginas, assholes, down their throat.
What? In the asshole? Yeah, porn is... Yeah, man, porn is grimy.
Why?
The shit that she did, god damn.
My love.
Yeah.
Near.
Sorry.
Oh, don't cry.
Told myself it was negative.
Now I'm crying. I'm like, God.
I hate when girls cry.
Why is she crying? She did it multiple times. Why is she crying now?
Yes, like, come on, baby. I still have some simp in me. I can't handle girls crying, but this shit fucking makes me feel weird.
No, don't cry.
I'm
It's
just
okay.
giving some examples. But
No, that's honestly, that's really hard. And I think, like I had mentioned earlier, it's just so important for young men to stop viewing women as sex objects, because I believe that, instilling that curriculum in school at a younger age. And they had actually said, there's a fact that says that the more a young person had learned about the use of pornography from their school education or sex education, is less likely to see women as sex objects. And I feel that's
What the hell education is
They're
that?
probably getting some 6-8 or something. But here in South Africa, we
Ain't
don't
no
know.
such thing. Hello, done.
I feel so passionate about the porn industry because I don't believe that they should be showing those types of scenes, because it does view women as just an object, and it's not okay to do that. Like, I enjoy watching porn. Like, girl, like I but like I want to watch ethical porn. I want it to be normalized and I want it to be
Ethical porn. Ethical.
Dog.
I
Everything
love-
she has said so far, it's like,
What the hell is ethical porn? I only do ethical drugs.
it shouldn't be to where a woman is being abused and is, like the male is showing aggression, because that actually is going to translate into his relationships with women in the future, his wife. Like, it's actually statistically proven that it's going to show aggression in a marriage and a relationship. And that's, I mean, how is that healthy? Like, that's not healthy at all.
Well, a lot of it is like
How is that statistically proven? What stats are that? How do you prove that if someone has rough sex, they're going to have a rough relationships? How do you do that?
I've never even heard of such a thing.
I'm liar.
well, I know that I got emotional, but I do want to continue giving examples of some of those things just so people know. What were some of the things that you saw that you were like, wow, this is really crazy?
Yeah, I mean, there were...
I don't think you can beat the pissing in someone's mouth or in their ass or vagina or wherever else. Maybe shitting.
Oh, man.
Scene where I had seen, obviously the male was having sex with a girl, and she was literally crying because he was being so aggressive. Like, I guess, he was just too big for her. I mean, she was like full blown crying, and he was like slapping her, like, you like that? Like, I was just like, oh my God, how can this, like, I could not get off to this. I don't know who watches this too.
some people have that fetish, and it's crazy,
Yeah,
and that's why they
insane.
put it out there, because they're like, oh, somebody will watch it.
You go cry when you hang. Who are these niggas?
Bruh.
Jesus Christ. Who wants to see that? Serial killer. Has to be. Some person is not right in his head who's find enjoyment in watching a girl crying during having sex. What the hell is that?
To me, it really makes me sad, because I think of the girl and I think, wow, like, I can just see it in her eyes that she did not want to do this scene, but she's doing it because of the reasons of, she needs the money, or this is a flexible job for her right now. She was convinced she would,
Flexible job.
she was pressured, she was manipulated into doing this by her agent.
Manipulated. There you go. There you go, shifting the blame once again. You cannot be in porn if you're not at least 18 years old. If you are 18 and you can still be manipulated, which we all can, right? Even now, I can still be manipulated. But it's my fault. After 18, it's your fault, dog.
Exactly.
It's your fault. This is life. Stop it.
Like, I can't even imagine how that girl felt having to do something that she clearly does not want to do. Like, this is not acting. Like, she's full blown crying. There's just no way she's acting and enjoying this. So
Yeah. No, I've had friends who have been choked out so much that they've actually passed out during a scene. There's really just like crazy stuff going on that damages people's bodies for the rest of their lives. I luckily don't have any issues, but I've seen scenes shot in Europe where guys are literally punching into a girl's
What?
Punching what?
Punching in what?
But I've seen scenes shot in Europe where guys are literally punching into a girl's asshole like this, and like she's going to have issues for the rest of her life due to this. And is it worth someone making a little bit of money and someone jerking off to it? One of the worst.
Yes, sis.
Honestly,
Yes.
I punched the fuck out of your asshole.
I tried talking to a therapist about before something that I had to do for a scene that was really rough for me. Basically, this guy had a bowl and he like gagged me until I threw up into it. And
Nia. Jappy.
Okay.
This nigga brought a bowl so she can Jappy in a bowl.
Bruh.
For what? That is the most nasty thing I
That
heard.
is disgusting.
That might be worse than punching a hole in a girl's ass.
It just keeps getting worse.
basically, this guy had a bowl and he like gagged me until I threw up into it, and then he like pissed in the bowl, and during the scene he asked me to drink it.
To drink! To drink this nasty concoction. What cocktail is this?
Punch!
A jappy mixed with his pee. Mixed with what else did he say?
I think that's it too.
That, and then she must drink it. Jesus.
It was one of the most disgusting, foul scenes I ever had to do. And I'm telling a therapist this, and they don't even fucking know what to say to me.
Yeah.
No one can relate. Like, no one fucking knows what to say about it.
And so when
Except other porn stars.
Well, who else do you expect to understand that?
I mean,
Who's doing stuff like that?
Exactly. She thinks we're all doing this stuff.
How you gonna be mad at us for not understanding? We don't know what that is.
We never said you to go do porn in the first place.
And I'm sure not all porn stars do that shit.
No.
It can't be. Drinking piss mixed with jappy.
obviously, I don't know how like porn is shot. They don't tell you beforehand. Did they tell this guy to do these things, or did he just in his own brain?
This one, my
decide?
agent was actually very pissed about.
Okay.
And again, like, I'm not saying that I was raped.
But you were put in the spot. You were put
told
pressure.
this
That one on the left trying to give her a way out. Yeah, man, she's trying to be a grown woman. Stop holding her back. We might have to just end this video here.
Please,
right?
man.
Listen, parents, fathers, please, please, please be there for your daughters. Be there to instill rules. Because when there's no rules, things like this happen. And she has a child now. And that's just nasty on so many levels. I'm glad that she got into a point where she realized that it is super messed up, and that she's, you know, she said she's taking responsibility for it. I applaud that. You know, at least you accept the fact that you're in a bad place. You made a lot of money from it, so that's it. But it starts with the parents, man. You need to watch over your kids, because there's no reason why was she doing porn in the first place. Clearly she didn't have the money. Because what would be, I don't think it's anybody's passion. Maybe there's a small amount of women in this world that have a passion for porn. I have not met any woman like that in my life. Have you?
Hopefully not.
Have you met a woman like
No,
that? I've never met a woman like that in my life, but maybe they exist. No, so that's that, man. Anything else you have to say about that?
I'm just disgusted with what she had to do to get her money. I'm sorry.
Nasty.
I'm not gonna say I respect her leaving it or thinking, because for me it was a bit too late. Honestly, it was too late. After drinking your own vomit and another man's. Oh, man.
Let's just end this video.
MelloHype 20202020.
I say fuck